Hi guys, it's Kirsten. I hope you're doing really well. I'm very excited to film this video today because it involves letting me do my favorite thing in the world, which is to encourage people and help them get a good perspective that helps them to live their life with joy and success. I think you have success if you're joyful, hey? You know what I'm saying? So today I'm going to share with you 5 tips or 5 intentions. You could also call them resolutions if you please, although resolutions, that's also a word that tends to have a kind of like cringeworthy connotation. So I'm going to say intentions because that's kind of the new thing. So 5 intentions that you can set this year as a dancer that will help you live the year more successfully in the studio and make you better and give you more joy throughout the year. And who doesn't want more of that? And I'm not just talking about attitude here, it's in like the way you feel. These tips, if you even apply 1 or 2 of them, if you write them down and really take them to heart, I truly believe that it will make you a better dancer. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first intention I recommend setting is to be honest about yourself as a dancer and truly discover why it is that you dance. If you haven't already seen my video titled Why I Dance, earth-shattering, I know. I will link it in one of the cards. I'm not cool enough on YouTube to know if it's there or there, so anyway, I tried pointing to it like all the other cool people on YouTube do, but it will at least be linked down below so you could go watch that. I would just really recommend doing this because if you do it early in the year, it can really be a primer for your self-discovery and for applying the rest of these intentions that I'm going to recommend to you, and also just it'll get you more connected to yourself as an artist because for me at least, the thing I discovered is it helped me uncover what it is that I have to bring to the table because I discovered more of the way that I truly feel about dance, how I connect to it, and why I connect to it. So it's just a really good thing to do. It can be a very beautiful experience. So even if you're intimidated to do it, like I was at first, I thought, oh no, what if it's just a lot of shallow reasons? What if I feel like I should just quit because my reasons aren't good enough? Now, okay, if you are really not supposed to dance and you don't have good reasons for doing it, I think it's a good thing to discover anyway. But I will say, no matter what the outcome is, I think you'll discover some really wonderful reasons that you feel attached to dance in the first place. The second intention you should set is to identify your strengths, your unique qualities, or what you feel you bring to the table as a dancer. And I know this can be hard and it will certainly be a challenge for pretty much anybody because it doesn't matter how good you are. Pretty much all ballet dancers and all dancers, I'm sure, are all too good at knowing their weaknesses, and it almost feels like we don't permit ourselves to really discover our strengths. So I encourage you to permit yourself to do that. It's not self-centered. You are worthy to have strengths. I know every single one of you does. It doesn't matter if someone else's strength is, it comes out more, it's more predominant than the strength you feel you have. It doesn't matter how you measure up to other people. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. Discover for yourself what it is that comes easily to you, or what do you feel happy when you do? Do you like adagio? Do you like do you feel like you have nice arms, or you have a nice smile, or you're good at point work? Or it doesn't have to be just, are you a good jumper, are you a good turner, or do you have high extensions? It doesn't have to be that shallow. It can really be something like you're a fast learner, you have a lovely stage presence. It could really be anything. So discover something you like about your dancing and really fixate your energy and your worth on that. The next intention is to stop working so hard on the things that can't be fixed. I know it seems like, of course, things can always get better, but I notice, especially in young dancers, and I was certainly guilty of this, growing up, I was so fixated on the things I didn't feel like I was good at as a dancer, or there were times I felt like things in my body were something I wanted to fix, like I'm not turned out enough, or I don't have the bone structure for this, or I don't have nice feet, or something like that. I was always so concerned about things that I felt didn't measure up, which was ridiculous because a lot of the things were actually fine, and even if they weren't, a lot of the things weren't really going to be fixed because it had a lot to do with my anatomy. So I want to encourage every single one of you to set the goal for yourself that you are going to identify the things that are really weighing you down in your work ethic. Like, what are you pouring in energy into and time trying to fix and emotions into that are just weighing you down? Because honestly, the more you just accept things in your technique and your dancing and the way you look or whatever that aren't really going to change that much or aren't going to be a strength for you, that's the more time and energy and feelings you can gear towards things that can actually be improved, or things that you are good at and you can make an enormous strength and asset to yourself. So we all only have so much energy and time and emotion to give, so focus it on the things that are changeable and the things that can actually become a strength for you. And I can tell you that you're probably not easily going to forget the things that you feel you are weakest at, and they will fall into place. I promise. Even if you feel like you have to forget about them for a while, you will become a better dancer because you'll be set free to work on things that are an asset to you and that people actually notice much more than the things you feel are terrible. The next intention that I think is so imperative is to not put your worth and your happiness in things that are completely out of your control. I am a huge believer in identifying what you can and can't control and just really letting go and of the things that you can't control. Of course, we're all not perfect stoics. We're not going to be able to completely detach ourselves of other people's opinions or of how we feel every single day or our circumstances. Like, yes, things will get us down that we can't control, and that's human, that's fine. But the more you practice just letting those things go, like I said, what people think about you, if you have a good class or a bad class, especially like what a director or casting people or teachers think of you. Of course, we have some input into that, but really we don't ever know the full picture about what informs someone's feelings or actions towards us. And so the more you put your worth into things that you can control, well, and more importantly, your happiness. I feel like it's a big claim to say your worth, but that's definitely something to get into later. And the less power and weight we put into someone else's hands or some other variable's hands, so to speak, that we ultimately don't have control over, the happier you will be and the more consistently you will be able to experience happiness and joy on a daily basis in your dancing. The last intention that I love is to truly learn how to dance and how to find joy in it every day, which often has to do with gratitude. If you don't have an attitude of gratitude about what you do, which I have totally gone off on speeches about before on my channel, then it's very unlikely that you'll be able to be a joyful person and to enjoy what you're doing in dance and to really dance. I've said many times that there's a huge difference between, you know, dancing ballet or whatever style of dance you do and kind of just executing a technique and actually dancing. The funny thing is, if you think about dancing in kind of like the more general public sense or like communal sense, when you see people dancing and just having fun and being in the moment, a lot of them aren't really thinking about how they look. They're just expressing what they feel, expressing the music, and there's something magnetic and wonderful and contagious about that. And the more you can incorporate that into your practice of dance every single day, the more magnetic you will be as a performer, and the more you're going to enjoy what you're doing. And believe me, the more fun you're having is the more fun people are going to have watching you, and you're going to be a sought after performer. And it's not just about what other people think too. The more you learn to experience the music, really listen to it, and really feel the rhythm and express that in your dancing, and just really feel like you have a sense of play and freedom in what you do in class, and rehearsals and performing and whatever, the more of a true dancer you will be. I hope you understand the difference between a dancer and a technician. So different. So learn how to be a dancer and whatever that means for you, and work to be more grateful for the moments, or especially in the moments where you're tempted to complain about something, or feel like someone owes you something, or you don't like your circumstance. Focus on, again, what you can control, which is really your perspective and how grateful you are for what you do have. Okay, so focus on that, and I guarantee you, you will be a more joyful person, you will have more success, you will be a better dancer, and you will have a very enjoyable 2018. Even if things don't go your way, if you don't get into this and this place you auditioned for, you tried it, you went for it. That's awesome. So again, just do it all for yourself. Find joy, be grateful for it in this coming year, and just dance, y'all, and enjoy it. You're so lucky if you're able to do that. So don't forget it, okay? I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope it wasn't too all over the place, and that you weren't too bothered by how dark it is in my apartment. Sorry, it's kind of a rainy day. But anyway, I will see you guys soon, and thanks again for watching. Bye!